Hey up, me duck, as they say in Derby. This is a one-off special. It's a little chat with potentially one of my favourite bands that we ever toured with, the glorious Slow Gherkin. I always wondered if that was the opposite of Skanking Pickle, the band Skanking Pickle, as in skanking is fast, and a pickle is a pickle. Slow is slow, and a gherkin's a gherkin. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask them about that, But anyway, this is a chat with them, and I really hope you enjoy it. We're going to do a much more in-depth interview with them around, I guess, the UK scene, because they toured around the 90s and 2000s. But it has been 25 years since I've spoken to the guys, and it's been 25 years since we toured. Yeah, check it out. Have a quick listen. I got some exciting news. Thanks. I looked at it and I was like, thinking even after one show, I'm so old now. I was like, I'm going to be knackered after one show.
That's a serious concern. 9 shows, no days off. The enormity of that hasn't really settled on me yet. Because just to do these one-off shows, I really have to. I have a pretty elaborate warm-up regime now, and I still barely make it to the end. And so I have to go to some Shaolin temple for the next 4 months and get ready for this shit.
Did you hear about Jared Leto? He before COVID, he like went out into the desert and had made a really big deal about it, that he was going off social media and having a detox and cutting away from, the whole of the world and whatever. Went away and then came back. And the day he came back, like COVID it was in the middle of COVID, so he sort of arrived back and expecting this sort of like, Jared's back, he's back. And in the middle of like a world pandemic.
Shut down.
And he's like, I leave society for a little while and this is what happens without me.
Take a lesson, everyone.
Yeah. That never would have happened on my watch, says Jared Leto.
Jared for president, or Jared? Jared? I don't know.
That would actually be an improvement. Okay, are we recording?
We're rolling.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want the video on the whole time, or can I put this phone down?
If I can have video, it's better because I feel like
more connected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'll try to. I'll do some pan and scan.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Yeah. So what Pete likes, if we just do a clap, this won't work, but it's just to sync us all up. So after 3, if we can just clap, if that makes sense.
Clapping on 3 or clapping 1, 2, 3, clap?
Yeah. So all of us, after 3, just clap, and then that'll give him a marker.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, clap, like that.
Yeah. 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So
ready.
Okay. Ready.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
If you're a bunch of pros, it fucking works, is the thing.
Yeah, we'll just sort of start and Pete will do his magic and stuff. But do you guys just want to introduce yourselves and what you do quick?
Certainly. Hey, this is Slow Gherkin. I'm James. I sing and play guitar.
What's up, you guys? This is AJ Marquez. I also sing and play guitar.
Hey, this is Phil. I play alto sax and sometimes sing.
Cool. Yeah, as usual, my children might run in and go fucking crazy, and so just ignore that. But yeah, so this is a special podcast around. We've got another one coming out really soon, but we thought we'd do this podcast just to announce something very exciting. So, but first of all, I just like to do a bit of a recap with you guys. So we toured together 25 years ago, I believe.
Yep.
And can you remember our first show together?
First show together was Underworld in Camden, and we were extremely jet lagged. And our set was a complete fiasco.
Like from the downbeat.
Yeah, actually from the downbeat. Like we started our set all being in a different place in the song where we were frantically, gnashing our teeth at each other, like, no, go here now. And my legs wouldn't stop shaking. And
Broke a string. I think you.
I broke a string within the
Like
first
the
30
first-
seconds of turned off. And but then here were these dudes, and I don't remember if we'd even like met you guys before we saw you play, but it was a real ray of sunshine to see you guys get up there. And we're like, who the fuck are these guys? Where is Darby? Are we pronouncing that right? They were just, you were so, you had these big goofy smiles and these great songs. And I'm burying the lead here. You guys had a look across the whole band where each of you had shaved one eyebrow and you had half a mustache on the other side of your face. And you even had a line in a song about it where you, Chaz, sang, with a one eyebrow and a half mustache. And like, what the fuck? Who are these guys? And
Do you know what's really funny about that? Sorry to interrupt James quickly, but
yes,
you like that thing was obviously like that wasn't an image, but Kerrang magazine got hold of that and thought that was like a skinhead image that we'd done, and they said that if Lightyear walked into a pub and asked you to jump, you would ask them how high because they're like some hard bastards.
Wow, that is journalism.
Yeah. And the truth obviously was just that we got drunk and shaved our eyebrows off and thought it'd be funny to grow half a mustache,
Yeah, it looked great. It was a great song. And I don't think we saw your nude bodies until the next night in Stoke-on-Trent. Does that sound right? Yeah, because we went back
Just
to band.
that line in general is fantastic.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely the second night. As of sound check on day 2, we were like, these are eccentric guys, but they're cool. Nothing too weird about them. And then Matt, our trombone player, was watching one of the other bands, and he just sensed this strange presence beside him, and he turned around, and your guy Neil was standing next to him, stark naked, looking down at his dick, and he gave just the best line of all time. He just said, like a small strawberry, really.
Oh my God.
It really is.
I mean, I just like, it's really weird for us because we didn't really have a concept of like what was sort of acceptable or not around nudity. We'd been quite desensitized to it, and we like it. It's the same with Mustard Plug. We had lunch with them or dinner with them at a venue on the first show, and we came out naked and sat down and had dinner with them, and it was always like. We've got a good friend in Evil Macaroni, a guy called Geordie in a band, and he says, only get naked if the band deserves it, if the other band deserves it. And I think it was like a sign of us kind of going, yeah, these guys fucking rock. And I think you guys bought us the next day a magazine that was, I think, Nudity Monthly or something.
That was nice of us.
Naturalist Monthly.
Yeah, Naturalist Monthly. And I was a bit like, oh shit, like we shouldn't have got naked and stuff. And then it was like, oh, like these guys are kind of okay with it, like, but we never really, I don't know, we never spoke about this since.
No, well, we checked flights, and it was just a little too expensive, and we figured we'd stay till day 3, and then it just got we all warmed up.
Yeah.
That's funny,
you
man.
Could say we fell in love by Scunthorpe when we were playing that pub, and I walked into the dining room, and you guys were all sitting around this big booth, and I was like, oh, well, they have clothes on this time, and you guys were all smiling at me, and then I looked down and realized that all of your balls were hanging out of your flies, just the balls, not the not the dicks, just the balls.
Yeah, that's like a delicacy. That's true homage, because like naked is like welcome. Just give them the welcome nakedness, and the balls are like the finale. So that is a sign of respect in Scunthorpe. But
That's beautiful.
I do like it was funny because we went on that tour, and when we first heard your name, we were very lucky. So we got to play with a lot of our peer group, and it was like, do you want to go on tour with I don't know, fucking loads of people, or do you want to even play with like the Promise Ring at the Vic? And we were like, yeah, like hell yeah, and it was really a mixture for us. But like when you guys first came over, and we weren't aware of you guys, until we played with you. And I think that what was really interesting was that we ended up, fanboying out a bit here, but like Slow Gherkin were like a massive influence on Lightyear's the rest of our writing in the future. On that tour had like just the sort of dynamics and the mixture of sound, and the fact that calling you a ska band is incredibly lazy. You've got all those influences from so much other stuff, and that really influenced us, and which was fantastic. And I think with the other boys, if there's sort of there's a few bands that bring us all together in the band. Like one's probably like Propaganda, Op Ivy, those sort of things, and then there's thousands of other bands, but the one that we all listen to and we all still listen to is you guys. So we will be showing you Testicles again. How about April?
April works for us.
Yeah.
How would you like to facilitate this balls reveal?
Just we all get in a room and you get some oil and rub my balls.
Wow, that's next level.
No, okay, right.
Would there be any way
Okay.
to see a few more sets of balls, like while we're over there? Like maybe the whole band's balls is what I'm thinking. Should we drop this one now?
I think we could see many balls, and this may become a thing. You may see a lot, but again on the rider we could. We've done it again. We've done it again. All right. This isn't very elegant, is it? Okay, so the announcement. I'm very excited to say that Lightyear and Slow Gherkin are going on tour together in the UK, and we are obviously first hitting up 3rd of April, Manchester Punk Festival, Strange Brew, Bristol, 5th of April, Hope and Ruin, Brighton, 6th of April, Fighting Cocks, Kingston, 7th of April, the Victoria fucking Inn, Derby, 8th of April, New Cross Inn, London, 9th of April. Then you guys carry on with who you going with again?
Yeah,
Sorry, Faintest Idea, 10th of April, Ye Old, John O'Gunn in Lancaster, and 11th of April, Red Rum, Stafford, what have I got? Waterfront. I think I've fucked this up. Just go on the fucking internet and Google it, but there's loads of stuff. And also, JB Conspiracy will also be on this tour. So, for a lot of these shows. So it's a fucking solid lineup, and we are absolutely stoked to be doing this, starting off with the legendary Manchester Punk Festival. So, yeah, that's about it, boys, I reckon. I think we can leave it at that. It got really silly really quickly, and I'm really pleased that it did. So, but we will probably be keeping... We don't really do any of that shit anymore, unfortunately.
Well, we would hope that you'd bring it back a little bit, at least for us, 25 years later. And we're so thrilled that this is happening. I think we haven't been to the UK since 2004, so 21 years. And we've done some reunion shows this year, and we're feeling better than ever. And it's going to be a riot.
Stoked.
Stoked.
Amazing.
So stoked.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Thanks very much, boys. I will see you soon.
See you soon.
The end.
Thanks, Chazar.
Thank you, Chaz.
Give me an S. S. Give me an L. L. Give me an O. O. Then Slow Gherkin. Yeah, that was Slow Gherkin. Fabulous guys. So excited to be going on tour with them. The amount of work that goes into a tour now when everybody is older with kids and got jobs and stuff. And also, I guess when they haven't as well, like it's just a lot of work. So just organising and getting involved with this tour with Paul from All Corners, all the promoters, all our old mates, Slow Gherkin, Lightyear, it just really gives me that more respect for bands that are doing it still at the moment all the time, because I forgot how hard this bloody was. So shout out to all the bands out there, they're still doing it. Yeah, just to confirm those dates, because I couldn't be asked to say it on there. 3rd of April, Manchester Punk Festival. What a fucking lineup. Unbelievable. 4th of April, Strange Brew, Bristol, home of Five Knuckle, home of Dave Brent, home of fucking Glorious Culture. So excited about Bristol. Hope and Ruin, Brighton. Brighton being the best city officially in the UK, in my opinion. Yeah, ST, everyone fucking down there, the Meow Meows. Jesus, there's too many people to mention in Brighton. Barstool Preachers. Christ, amazing people. Fighting Cots, Kingston, John Tolley, Banquet Records, absolute royalty on the scene and every other fucking scene. Greedy shits. The Vic Derby. There we go. What else can I say? The Victorian Derby. The fucking home of Lightyear, the home of debauchery, the home of my fucking musical childhood. Fantastic. New Cross Inn, London, with Paul. Ugh, what can I say about New Cross Inn? Every single show is consistently incredible, as long as the floor doesn't fall through. And then Slow Gherkin carry on with the Waterfront Studio in Norwich. Alan Partridge, ye old John O'Gaunt, Lancaster. Don't know loads about that, I'll be honest, but I did kind of grow up around there. And then Red Rum in Stafford. Absolutely fantastic people. Gutted we couldn't do that as well, but it just didn't work out this time. A load of those dates are with the JB Conspiracy, which is just fucking incredible that we're doing that with them. And then also Faintest Idea are on the last 3 with Slow Gherkin. Have a brilliant week. I'm so stoked to be doing this. And we have another podcast dropping soon with a top chap, LA producer from, I was going to say Birmingham. I've forgotten where he's from, but he's a legend. Bye.